Okay, Black Lives Matter protesters interrupted a Bill Clinton speech in support of Hillary Clinton in Philadelphia. The gripe was that Hillary Clinton supported policies that hurt black communities. This includes the 1994 crime bill, which increased penalties for nonviolent drug offenders. It built new prisons, among a bunch of other stuff. Both Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders supported that bill. And here is Bill Clinton facing off with protesters in Philadelphia, the source of huge controversy over the last few days.
Understand, this is what's the matter. I don't know how you would characterize the gang leaders who got 13-year-old kids hopped up on crack and sent them out onto the street to murder other African-American children. Maybe you thought they were good citizens. She didn't. She didn't. You are defending the people who kill the lives you say matter. Tell the truth. You are defending the people who cause young people to go out and take guns. There was a 13-year-old girl in Washington, D.C. who was planting her own photo. How would you do it? Now, look at this other one. Look at this. That's not true. Now, let's talk about the other thing.
Since the incident, Bill Clinton has said he does regret the way he handled it, saying, quote, "I know those young people yesterday were just trying to get good television, but that doesn't mean that I was most effective in answering it." It's undeniable that the 1994 crime bill did put disproportionately non-white, non-violent drug offenders in prison. Nobody can deny that. That's just the facts. There are probably some right-wingers who would deny it, but they're bonkers. But Bill Clinton's comment suggests that Black Lives Matter is defending individual black people who commit violent acts against other black people by being against the generalities of the 1994 crime bill. And I think that this is where Clinton made a strategic mistake, Lewis, because say what you will about Black Lives Matter. We've defended some of their overarching gripes. We've criticized some of their specific protests and activism that we thought was out of place or not productive. We've been criticized for all of it. Who cares? We're sort of used to that at this point. But it was a strategic mistake, if nothing else, and we can go beyond that, obviously. But it was a strategic mistake to say, well, by being opposed to the crime bill, you're opposed to every individual violent person who was jailed arguably in connection with the bill. And Bill Clinton admitted, not really an apology, but saying this was not really a good way to approach this.
Yeah, I don't expect him to say that, yes, perhaps this bill adversely affected some people who didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
But some of this goes back to the super predator comment from Hillary Clinton as well. And there was a lot of drama over that one.
Bill Clinton now polling at 12% in the Republican primary, though. Republicans really liking the way that he did this. No, I'm kidding about that. But yeah, I think these are nuanced issues. That's the thing. And the main critique I would say about Bill Clinton is that it was a tone-deaf response, saying, hey, you're happy, you're defending black people who killed black people. This alludes to the super predator comments that Lewis referred to. This alludes to the disproportionate or inaccurate references to the black-on-black crime. I don't want to call it a myth. There is a myth about black-on-black crime. The myth is that black-on-black crime is significantly worse than white-on-white crime, whereas in reality, the statistics are quite similar. Tone deaf is the number one critique here. And number two, there is no question that the 1994 crime bill did do some terrible things.
Also tone deaf.
Also tone deaf. And let's remember that both Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton supported that bill, although every time it comes up in a debate, they sort of equivocate about different reasons and different elements that they supported. And this gets us back to how a lot of these bills are done. When you wrap up with amendments, a whole bunch of stuff that need not actually be part of the same bill, you end up with voters understandably confused where, well, hold on, Hillary says this and Bernie says that about incarceration, but they did both vote for this bill, but it was because of different elements of it. Let's disaggregate, right? There's no reason that the status quo of wrapping up all these amendments and elements, it has to be the way we do politics in this country. it's this way because of our political system, and that's sort of the biggest indictment we can make.
Yeah, it's easier when you can wrap things that one side agrees with and the other side agrees with into one big bill. You compromise, and this is what you end up with. So when you have one bill that's 800 pages instead of having 10 bills that are 10 pages each or what have you.
But certainly makes for confusing politics, and it's all part of the general state of confusion and deniability that elected officials want to have, particularly in these cases. It becomes unpopular to have supported the 1994 crime bill. Hey, listen, I was in there because I needed amendments 2, 3, and 56 approved. It wasn't for the increased jailing of disproportionately non-white, non-violent drug offenders that I supported it. Then you get confused voters, and that's the saddest thing of all. Let's take a break. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/David Pakman Show.
GameFly is sort of like Netflix for video games. They have over 8,000 new and classic games for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, Wii, and a bunch of other platforms. And you can play as many games as you want for one monthly fee. And if you find some games you want to keep, you can buy them for a low used price. There's never any due dates or late fees. And our audience can get a free 30-day trial at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS. The games are shipped directly to you with return envelopes included. There's no contracts, and you can rent games through the mobile app. Get the free 30-day trial for the David Pakman Show audience and support our show by going to gameflyoffer.com/TDPS.